Hello guys, welcome back to Broken Sword. We are currently George Stobart and we've just spoken to Nico, and now we're going to try and talk to this guy and possibly this guy in the background here. Let's give it a go.
Sergeant Moo?
Monsieur
Sergeant
Stobart,
Moo.
n'est-ce pas?
That's correct. You remember me.
The retention of such data is part of my duty as a gendarme. That is how crime is fought, through attention to detail, not intuition.
Yes, sure.
So if we remember, we had an explosion here. We gave her alcohol and she's now drunk inside and he's now dead.
I was one of the last people to see the victim alive, Sergeant.
Does that worry you?
Yes, it does. I feel I owe it to him to find his killer.
That is best left to the authorities, monsieur. Did he speak to you? Tell you anything?
No, he just grinned and nodded.
Don't let it trouble you, monsieur. Go home and try to forget.
That's helpful.
I know the identity of the dead guy. His name was Plantal.
Is that so? You knew him, did you?
No, but
We'll know everything there is to know about him soon enough.
I'm trying to be helpful here.
The best way you can help us is to go home, monsieur.
Okay.
What is Rosso doing with that girl?
He is giving her the once-over, as you Americans say. Once he gets his teeth into a case, nothing will shake him off.
Okay.
I found this in the street, Sergeant.
That, monsieur, is a newspaper, no?
There's a note written on it. Salah Eddin, 1345.
Aha!
That stumped you, hasn't it?
I have never been stumped, as you put it, in my life, monsieur. It is the name assumed by the clown, no?
Salah Eddin the clown? I don't think so.
Okay, that's a bit of a strange one.
Look, Sergeant, the inspector gave me his card.
Yes, monsieur. He wants you to advise him if you have any information concerning this case.
Well, I'd be glad to talk with him, but I don't want him working his psycho weirdness on me.
No, monsieur. You are confusing the science of parapsychology with witchcraft.
Oh, yeah? What's the difference?
We don't do sacrifices.
Okay, so that's all we need to
See you
talk to him
later,
about.
Sergeant.
But quite a lot of the time with this game, you have to speak to everyone as much as you possibly can. Should we talk to him?
Hey, you!
I thought you'd been arrested.
No, it was a misunderstanding.
When he pulled that gun, gah! I thought that was it. Those automatics pack quite a punch, you know?
He made a mistake. He thought I was a terrorist.
You? A terrorist? Ha!
He was only doing his duty, I guess.
Okay, let's talk
Did you see
about
an
the
old
dead
guy
guy.
with a briefcase?
Wait, silly old coot. Do you know what he said to me? Work fascinates me, he says. I could watch it all day. Quel bit. I could have knocked his block off.
Okay.
Did you recognize the old man?
No. Should I have done? Was he a celebrity?
No, but I guess he is now. His name was Plantal.
Was? He's dead then?
Yeah.
That's too bad. Now I wish I hadn't called him what I did. If only I could turn back the clock. If only I'd been more tolerant.
Regret and remorse are strange emotions. They really bring out the hammiest actors in people.
Okay, let's talk about the
Did
clown.
you see a clown come by this way?
A clown? Like in a circus?
Yeah, with makeup and a big red nose.
Huh! Those guys are funny, aren't they?
Nope, they're creepy.
Not in my experience.
I love the circus, especially the horses.
You haven't answered my question. Have you seen a clown?
You think I've got time to watch everyone who passes by? Some of us have to work for a living.
And that's why I do not like
Look,
clowns.
I know you're busy, but surely you'd have noticed a clown.
I told you already. I didn't see a thing.
He was wearing multicolored baggy trousers and makeup.
He'd be a poor sort of clown if he didn't.
Listen, I have to find that clown. He's a killer.
Say, who are you anyhow? A cop?
No, of course not. I mean, do I look like a cop?
No, but you act like one, sticking your nose in where it's not wanted. How do you know this guy's a killer? Did you see him in action?
Didn't you hear the explosion? The cafe was blown up.
I wondered what that bang was. Any bodies?
Yeah, an old man was killed.
Merde. I didn't think it was that serious. What about the waitress?
Oh, she's fine.
Thank the saints.
Oh my goodness. Should we ask him about the paper? Or no, let's ask him about that.
Take a look at
For a
this.
change.
You told me you weren't a cop.
Don't shout about it. I'm working undercover.
Who are you looking for?
That's confidential.
Mm.
Would you like to read my newspaper?
I haven't got time to read that. Can't you see I'm busy?
You could read it on your lunch break.
10 minutes is all I get. And if my boss had his way, I wouldn't get that. He'd have me on a drip, so I didn't have to stop to eat.
Oh, take the newspaper and quit complaining.
Who's he reading?
Ah, look at this. Damn bleeding heart liberals. Tcha! Save the dolphins. Catch them and eat them, I say. All that fuss over a bunch of fish. Nah, that's more like it. Look at the size of those. Like champagne bottle corks, no? Ah, what's this? Saladin running in the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe.
It's a racehorse?
A horse? A legend. Bucephalus reborn, mon ami. Like a streak of lightning she is.
Mm.
Do me a favor, won't you? Keep an eye on my hole. I'm off to put some money on that knife.
What about your toolbox?
Stuff it. Help yourself.
Well, that was quite easy, wasn't it? So, there's something in there, I'm sure.
I'd found just what I wanted. A tool for lifting manhole covers.
So, I think there's a manhole cover. Ah, there we go. I knew there was a manhole cover somewhere.
I lifted the cover to reveal what smelt like the entrance to a sewer.
That's probably because it is the entrance to a sewer. Get down there, George. So this is the sewer, and I think that might be a nose from what I can remember.
As I picked up the plastic ball, I realized it was intended to be worn. It was the clown's red nose.
Okay. What's that on the floor?
I scooped up the sodden tissue. It was cold and greasy, like breakfast leftovers.
Oh, and what's this?
I took hold of the scrap of material and unsnagged it from the spike.
So we should be able... So we've picked up all three. So that's a dirty tissue, a bit of material, and a squidgy nose. Oh.
Hi there.
Hold it right there, you sewer rat. I knew you'd come back, and now I've got you.
What are you talking about?
You're trespassing. Come out of there, immediately.
That's what I'm trying to do. Give me your hand.
Ha! You won't catch me with tricks like that. Keep your distance, monsieur.
Okay.
Now, what were you looking for?
I don't know what we were looking for. Should we ask the bad
Terrorists.
people?
The meanest, nastiest, dirtiest bunch of guys you ever saw.
Ah, Englishmen without a doubt. The filthy dogs. The day they opened that tunnel was a bad day for France, I tell you. If I still had the full use of my faculties, I'd march right over there and tell them so.
Well, whoever they are, they blew up the cafe.
What? The cafe? Blown up? Mon Dieu! That is awful.
The guy who did it was a calculating, cold-blooded killer. He was disguised as a clown. I followed him into the sewer, and I think he came this way.
Ah, mon Dieu! Then, the man I chased, do you think that man and the clown are one and the same?
Well, yes, it had crossed my mind.
Ah, that still does not explain what you are doing down the sewer. For all I know, you are in league with him.
Oh no, I'm just a tourist.
Haha, most tourists are content with the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre, or the Pigalle. I didn't realize my waste pipes were such an attraction.
Let's ask
Tell me about the man you apprehended.
What is there to tell? He was a typical criminal type, just like you.
Let's ask about
Do
the
you know
lady.
the waitress at the cafe?
Oh, she isn't hurt, is she?
No, she's fine.
Oh, thank heavens. A poor girl like her isn't safe with the likes of you roaming the streets.
Can't you understand? I'm not a gangster. I'm an American tourist.
That's what you say.
So look
Does
at
the
that one.
name Plantar mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't. Who is he?
The man who was killed in the cafe. I'm gonna find the guy responsible. I'll find him. Even if it means following him down every sewer in every city in Europe.
Bravo! You need some sensible boots. You won't get far in those stupid sneakers.
Okay, and what about the
Was the guy you
briefcase?
saw carrying a briefcase?
I didn't notice. Now are you going to leave? Or do I have to call the police?
We'll ask about...
Do you recognize
That
this
one.
material?
I am not telling you anything.
Well, that's helpful.
What does this tissue mean to you?
Nothing, monsieur. It's disgusting. What on earth possessed you to show it to me? Someone has emptied their nostrils into it.
Take a
At the
look
nose.
at this false nose.
I've never seen it before in my life.
What about this one, the card?
Perhaps you'd like to take a look at my card?
What is this? Inspector Augustin Rousseau? What does that say? Hominoid Division?
A homicide. I think the ink's smudged.
Then you are not a tourist.
Okay, I'm not. I lied to you. And I'm sorry.
Don't apologize, monsieur. You know, I had a feeling there was something different about you. It is your posture, your poise. Oh, yes. There is no mistaking the bearing of a disciplined man. And I
He
should
likes
know,
us then.
I was in the army, you know. When I was your age, I was fighting for my life in the African desert. How can I help you, Inspector?
Well, you can help me by telling me what I need to know.
Tell me about the man you
Oh,
apprehended.
got to go through this all again.
Oh, he was a mean one, monsieur. He grabbed me in an armlock. His face suddenly next to mine. His grip was like iron. But he did not know what he was up against. Oh no! He made a big mistake when he took on one of the desert hyenas.
Yes, I get the picture.
Let's
Do
talk
you know
about the
the
lady.
waitress at the cafe?
You can't suspect her, surely.
Just answer the question, please.
Yes, I know her. Quite well, you could say. She came to work at the cafe 6, 7 months ago. I look forward all week to the relief she gives me when she visits.
Really? So you'd miss her if she wasn't there?
Oh, mais oui! Who else would I find to cut my toenails?
Let's ask
Does
about...
the name Plantar mean anything
Plantard.
to you?
No, it doesn't.
What the
Was the guy
briefcase?
you saw carrying a briefcase?
Why, yes, it was. Clutched in his arms like a baby.
That belonged to his victim.
Oh, what do you think was in it? Drugs? Stolen jewels?
I don't know. But the killer thought it was worth a man's life.
Nothing is worth that, monsieur.
I think that's everything. Oh no, there's a piece of...
Does this piece of material mean anything to you?
Ah, that is the same cloth as the jacket I found. I'd recognize that pattern anywhere.
So where
Now,
is it from?
about the jacket you found. Do you have it here?
No, monsieur. One of the sleeves was badly torn, so I sent it for repair. A pity, because otherwise it was a fine piece of quality tailoring. It had the tailor's name inside on the label.
Oh. So where is
Where
it
did
from?
you send the jacket?
I gave it to an itinerant Romany seamstress.
Just my luck.
So where's
Was
it
there
from?
anything in the jacket pockets?
Not a sou. You know what I think?
Do tell me.
He changed out of the clown suit and cunningly disguised himself as an ordinary person.
Looks like I'm up against a mastermind.
Hmm.
What was the name on the label?
Ah, it was a foreign name. Todrick, I think.
Todrick.
Did you get the address?
There wasn't one, monsieur. Only a telephone number.
Well, I don't expect you to remember a phone number you've only seen once.
74 98
Whoa.
08 59.
You're kidding. That's his phone number?
Yes, that's it. A little trick with numbers that I learned in the desert. I was taught the technique by a Tuareg shaman.
That's incredible.
It comes in handy at the supermarket checkout. Do I get a reward?
No.
Honesty, monsieur, is its own reward.
Then I'm glad I do not rely on honesty to pay the bills.
Okay, so I don't need to ask him about the manhole cover.
I have to be going. Thanks to your help, the citizens of Paris can sleep a little easier tonight.
Vraiment? I was only doing my duty, monsieur. Good luck, Inspector. I hope you catch that killer soon.
So the clown had escaped into the sewer, come up into the courtyard, and then slipped back into the street here. Now, it wasn't much, but it was more than the cops had got.
So we've got all our details here. So let's see if we can leave. I don't know if we can or not. Can we leave? Yes, we can. Where's this? That's where we are. Post to police. Let's go and have a look. Let's go visit the coppers. Let's go and chat to him. Because we need to go and speak to him and tell him what we found out.
Excuse me.
Not so fast. I'd like your personal details, please.
Huh?
What for?
In the event of an accident, it would help us to know where to send the body.
Lovely.
Look, is this really necessary? I came in here to talk to Rosso.
Why did you not say? He's not here.
But
Do you wish to leave a message for him?
No.
I have a choice of blue or black pen. I'd recommend the blue for a less formal communication.
I'd prefer to talk to him in person.
As you wish, monsieur.
Is Sergeant Moo available?
What? You want to speak to him?
Yes, please.
I cannot recall the last time someone asked to speak to Moo. No one ever speaks to him. Not even his kids.
Oh,
bien.
shame.
He's not here, monsieur. He is with Inspector Rousseau, like Laurel and Kitten. No, monsieur?
Hardy. Oliver Norville Hardy.
Is it worth asking him questions? Because I don't think he's going to know, is he? Shall I ask him?
I found this red nose near the Café de la Chandelle Verte.
A clown's nose?
That's right. The guy who wore this is a savage killer.
If you say so, monsieur.
I found this tissue.
Aye? What the hell is that?
It's evidence.
Evidence of what? Mayonnaise smuggling?
The
Oh,
sticky stuff is grease paint.
Ah. And that is supposed to make me happy, is it? I suggest you think long and hard about what you are doing with your life, monsieur.
I found this scrap of material in the sewer.
Vraiment?
It was probably torn from the clothes of a psychotic killer.
Even if you were Sherlock Holmes, I would have trouble believing you.
Thanks
take
for your
it.
help, officer.
He's not going to be... I wonder if I could ring anyone. And I remember you could ring people on here. Shall I try and ring her?
Hello, Nico Coulard.
Hello? It's George.
Ah, oui.
You said to call if I could help.
Have you any news for me?
You bet. I met a witness who spoke to the clown. And I know where the killer gets his suits.
No kidding. Hey, I'm impressed.
You are? Well, it wasn't easy.
Look, why don't you come here to my apartment later this afternoon?
Fine. Where do you live?
361 Rue Jarry.
Okay, I'll come over.
I was used to working alone, but I had to admit it felt good with George on the case too. But there were some things I was going to have to do alone, and fast. I needed the answers to some questions. Who was the costume killer? And why did he murder Carchon? Why did Carchon ask for me to interview him? How did he know my father? And why was my editor so scared? There was some kind of secret war going on out there, but who was on which side? One thing I did know. I wasn't going to get the answers sitting at my desk.
Okay, so we are now Nico. I was not expecting it to be so quick. So we'll have a look around her apartment.
My first Teddy. Never had a boyfriend as loyal as him.
You have no messages.
Lovely.
It was a photograph of my father, the first one I ever took, with the first camera he ever bought me.
Okay, so... shall we try and ring people? I don't know. I don't know, this is quite a lot of guesswork at the moment because I'm not sure what to do. Because, like I said, I haven't played this game in so long. She can be talked to. Carchon residence.
Please do not finger the wires. They are high-tension titanium-coated wires, especially imported from Birmingham, in England.
This guy was either into art or wire, or both.
If they were to become freed, this superb piece of kinetic engineering would topple and fall. At the same time, the force of the recoil would take your eye out.
Lovely. Right, anyway, we're going to stop there because I think I've done enough talking to people for now. And we will talk to him next time when we can have a little gander and have a look of where we can go from here. Alright, so take care guys. Remember, like, subscribe, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye.